Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm here with Cooper for service dog training. Again, this is phase 2. So here, still working on the relationship side of things in terms of changing his perceptions the right way. And so again, the exercise I'm going to be doing here in terms of, again, of how I'm interacting with Cooper is working on getting him to become very agreeable, okay, to the method, to these interactions, which sets up his beginning to respond for certain task associated responses, which I'm going to be doing during phase 2, such as the assist to stand. You're going to see that happening, and as well as beginning to pick up objects. Okay, so we're going to be working on both of those responses during phase 2. But here, during the first part of phase 2, again, I'm noticing, again, based again on Cooper's level of need, okay, which is a little higher. Again, really focusing in on making sure that his perception changed the right way, that he's agreeable to such a level that he can start to work on the responses. So here, again, what I'm going to be doing here with him again is showing again how commands start to come together. So I'm going to be giving him a command for the down. Here, as I'm interacting with him, you're going to see him starting to respond the right way for the down. And again, because again, he is holding quite a bit of control, or he was, still working with the pressure collar. And very interesting too, when I'm walking with Cooper, it's like anything, you start to see there's always getting information as to the fact that they actually are gaining control. So with him, in terms of working on the food, exercise, making sure he has the right attitude about eating food, as well too as in terms of information, it's very interesting. You'll see dogs that will kind of go more back into their crate. Again, as they get more agreeable, they start to move forward more. So you start to see that. And again, when you're interacting, in terms of them figuring out, the option, okay. In terms of, as you start to interact with them in a very specific way, very interesting as I move by the opening here area, going to go back to the crate, his level of challenge really increases as I'm passing by that area. You can see his mind wanting to go into his crate, okay, to continue to hold a level of control, because he knows what's happening. But here's the thing, is that as you continue to do this, is what's happening right now, he starts to let that go. Okay, so here I'm going to start to move with him, with Cooper, and again keeping the pressure collar very high in his neck. Okay, so I can have a little bit more leverage with him. But as I start to walk here, definitely not locking in as much as before. Sitting, okay, automatically here. Start to move with him. I'm just one-handing this. I'm going to do a little bit of a push-pull with him and keep him up. Move again. Just nudging him as I move too. So it's important too when you're moving, and again, be very picky too. I want to get him right into the, into the staging area. So if he kind of shifts away from me a few inches, okay, and it's important to try to catch this while he's still in motion, but I want to really make sure that he's right exactly where I want him to be. Okay, right in kind of like the boxed area, I call it. It's just like the shadow coming over him. Okay, there's a reason why dogs don't want to be right there. They want to be up in front. They want to be over a few inches, or if none of that works, they want to stop the walk. Okay, but again, understand that the response or reaction is based on the integrity of the method. If the integrity of the method, okay, with how you're interacting with a dog isn't exactly with influence being an active agent the way I'm showing it, then the dog's responses aren't going to be right anyway. Okay, you could be led into assuming things that aren't true. So same thing here. So I'm moving with him. They're right here. So as soon as I move, I want him right here, right in this. Now I'm going to give him a command right now. Down. So I give him a down command. You start to respond to that. But again, here's the thing: when a dog goes into the down, okay, because they're holding control, once they're down there, okay, they'll start to lock. The mind will start to pull in. They don't want to come back up. Okay, so here, I'm going to give this enough pressure here. I want his legs to move. He came back up. That's great. And move forward. So there you see, he responded to it, but again, you know, he's having a little bit of a reaction, but actually this is cleaning up quite a bit from even 2 days ago. And yesterday getting better, today's getting much better. So this is all moving in the right direction. But definitely when he showed up here, he was holding quite a bit of control and really locking in. Now he's starting to let it go, starting to relax. Because again, this sets up the responses I want him to do the right way. Down. Again, into a down position. Again, when you start to do this too, this still takes the form of kind of a de-stressing exercise. So again, takes the stress off him, but there's that type of duality. So stress is coming off him, but he's in transition. So you know, when he gets down, he's still going to lock in somewhat. Sit. So right here, we want him to rise up. And here, just like here, when I'm passing by this area as well, you know, he's not trying to, you know, challenge and wanting to go that way as much anymore at all. It's really starting to line up very well. We'll push pull, but here you can see this kind of downwardness. You're going to see that for a little while. You know, his mind's pulling in. It's having an effect because I'm in control. Who's in control? So it's going to be a little bit of a depressive looking dog. Okay, Cooper's going to look a little depressive for a while as I transition him more and more into being a follower. Same thing right over here. So right, you're starting to lock in here a little bit. Nice, moving forward. So all to say that he definitely is getting more agreeable. See here, starting to use some commands on him, okay, but not leaning on them that way. It just shows that his perceptions are definitely changing the right way. But again, based on his need level is high anyway, and so really important to stay on track with you know, a high level of leadership, focusing on influence, being an active agent, all those themes, okay? Because for him, you know, he's still developing, so he hasn't even peaked yet. So, and at the same time, needing his perceptions to change at a certain level before I can start to engage into setting up certain responses, okay? Because again, his perceptions need to be changed at a fairly high level in order for those responses to take hold the way that they need to take hold, okay? But again, it's heading there. He's doing really well. Thanks for watching.